ever. How deep is your love? For two, forgot. My new dress, stocking spot. Kiss my mouth and taste my tears. Let them fall in all my fears. Talk to me, say my name. Hold me down, say it again. Rise for me like moon for sea. Rise for me like home to I don't think I'd ever really win. I don't think I'd ever really sigh.
Hey everybody. Happy Monday. It's Martin Luther King Day, which is not a day off, it's a day of service, which I kind of think is important and timely. How are you all? Hi, Tanya, calling from Germany. So I'm going to start it off with this song. It's an old song. I think this is maybe the third or fourth song that I wrote. I wrote it while I was in college, and I was still sort of struggling with, like, who am I going to be? Why am I here? Hi, Nancy. I'm wearing all my bracelets. I'm wearing all of my, like, bracelets that will make things better. I touch them, and I pray on them all the time. So thank you for all the bracelets, everybody. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Alan. Hi, Peter. Hi, Kristen. Wow. Hi, everybody. This is called Always. A princess was invited to an island. A king's castle in the sea. No one came to take her suitcase. She waited in the garden outside. The guests inside were dressed for the water, but the princess remained outside alone. And called her his precious flower. Would not grant her a room of her own. She slipped herself into the sea and swimming naked, all the crystal lovely dancing waves were hers, and whispered, I am always. The king was angered by such indecency. He sent his soldiers to pull her out. Her foot meant something sharp on the ocean floor. But still, she did not want to leave. She saw the king and she saw with him that the island was not her own. She could not live her life like the rest of its court. She needed a room of her own. So she slipped herself into the sea and swimming naked, all the crystal lovely dancing waves were hers, and whispered, dove into the sea, swimming naked, all the crystal lovely dancing waves were hers, and whispered, I am here, yes, I am always, 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 I Thank you so much. So welcome, everybody. It is Curtis Stigers week this week, and I would like to just jump right in and invite Mr. Stigers to our little community here and say hello. And oh my God, OMG. It is Curtis Stigers in his kitchen in, we call it Boisé. Is that true, Curtis?
Boisé. Actually, it's blasé. I don't know. No. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm right here in the north end of Boise, Idaho. A very blue spot in a big red sea of Idaho.
So you are masked in your community and
Yes.
somewhat
We have
feel safe-ish?
We have a wonderful mayor. She is the first woman to be elected mayor in Boise, Idaho. She was just elected in November, the previous November, and then has basically dealt with this madness very, very well. And she just lives a few blocks over. Anyway, yeah, we're fairly safe here, aside from the fact that all the legislators are in the Capitol building right now refusing to wear masks. The legislature is in session. So it's a funny old place, Idaho.
It's a funny old place, Idaho. A funny, funny old place.
Nice.
Curtis,
That's
will
very-
you sing us a song? Because I just can't wait for everybody to hear. You know, I'm sure everyone knows who you are, but it's just every time I hear you sing, even though I've been hearing you sing since the 90s, it just astounds me that there is a voice such as yours in the world.
Shucks.
So
Thank you.
will you
Thank
do
you for
it?
not saying 80s, by the way. That's often a mistake.
no, that
made,
would be
and
dating myself too.
we were babies in the 80s.
Take it away, Curtis.
Okay, yeah. So just in case there are people out there, they're going, yeah, who? This was the first single from my first album, and it's a medley of my greatest hit. Get it? Love is a hunger that burns in my soul, but you never notice the pain. And love is an anchor that won't let me go. I reach out to hold you, but you push me away. Then you always convince me to stay. And I wonder why we hold on with tears in our eyes. And I wonder why we have to break down to make things alright. And I wonder why I can't sing to tell you goodbye. Yes, I wonder why. Well, I'm no angel with my selfish pride, but I love you more every day. And love is an anger that builds up inside as the tears of frustration roll down my face. Why does love always have to turn out this way? And I wonder why we hold on with tears in our eyes. And I wonder why we have to break down to make things alright. And I wonder why I can't sing to tell you goodbye. Yes, I wonder why. I don't want to fight again tonight about the little things. Please, baby, I just want to find my way back to love. Oh, and I'll meet you there, baby. I wonder why we hold on with tears in our eyes. And I wonder why we have to break down to just make things right. And I wonder why I can't seem to tell you goodbye. Yes, I wonder why. Oh, baby, I wonder why. Now, don't you wonder why? Love, love is a hunger.
Curtis, you couldn't see the comments going by, but it was pretty awesome. There's someone named Brandon in London who can't wait to see Ronnie Scott's again, so that'll be fun. And
Boy, I can't wait either.
and also your latest record, Gentleman, came up in the conversation. So like everybody, go get that. And
Nice.
I just have like a songwriting question because, you wrote a hit song. You wrote a massive, massive worldwide hit song, and was that one of those gift songs that just descended on you and you got out of the way?
Well, I co-wrote it, and that was the gift, I think. I found myself
Methinks he doth protest.
in the studio, in the home studio of the great Glenn Ballard back in 1991, maybe the end of 90, I can't remember.
Also of Alanis Morissette.
Yes, yes.
Fame and
He produced Alanis after my record. I mean, before me, it was Wilson Phillips. He kind of, I wouldn't say created, but he kind of created Wilson Phillips. You know, it was sort of his a concept that he took and really, really created. He had lots of hits. He came out of the Quincy Jones School of Producing, and he's a great songwriter. He also co-wrote "Man in the Mirror" with Saida Garrett. You know,
that song just sucks so bad.
Yeah, one of the greatest songs ever. So there I am sitting with the guy who did all of that, and he started playing this little progression, and it was one of those things. At the time, I was really writing a lot of songs. I had those muscles kind of fine-tuned. I'd been doing song push-ups and song pull-ups, that kind of thing. I mean, so it just, bam, it was there, the chorus, and then I like to go away, come back the next day or a couple days and bring something, as opposed to I'm not a good like sort of Nashville. I'm gonna write 3 songs today. I got a lunch as well with a publisher. I don't do that very well. I'm more like, all right, I'm gonna go home and spend some time, and usually I'd rather spend months, maybe years, but when you've got somebody, especially someone like Glenn Ballard, waiting for you the next day, you better write it. And I probably wrote half of this or a third of this in the car as I was driving over Sepulveda, on Sepulveda.
Yeah, nothing like a deadline.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best thing for me for songwriting. So it was a joy. I mean, writing with Glenn, I have written some of my favorite of my songs with him. He's just an amazing writer and a hell of a good guy.
Wow.
By the way, I agreed. I saw a comment on the screen when you were playing, and I agree. Your guitar playing on that on your first song of the show here was exquisite, and I was actually playing along with you. Those little half steps was really that was lovely. Very nice.
You can come to my guitar tuning course.
A guitar tuning course? Yeah,
I'm doing a master class in like all my weird Martian tunings because I actually don't really play very well in standard, so like I have to make up all this other crap. That's great. To suit my particular tiny weak hands. So
I love how you sometimes use 2 different capos as well. That blows my mind. I saw Wilcox. What's his name?
David Wilcox. Yeah.
David Wilcox play, and he was playing. He was the first person I saw play behind the capo, and then recently I saw you.
Yeah,
is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, because at first, and back in the day, we were just sawing our we would get these Kaiser capos, we would just saw them because they weren't making the partial capos yet. So David started sawing them off, and then of course me and Patty Larkin and everyone else started sawing off our capos too.
It was you.
It was
you were the sawers. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Anyway,
that's cool.
I'm going to sing another song and then bring you back because, we got to sing. Because
I'm going to be here. You can't bring me back because I will already be here listening to you.
I love that. I love that. And maybe something other interesting will happen. So I'll see you in a sec. I'm digging deep. I am digging wide. Looking for clues in the grand design. No better, I'll never ever be if I can keep what I find. 'Cause I have lost so many things. I have loved so foolishly. Never have I walked this dark path or felt this troubled sleep. Can you make ends meet when they're tattered and frayed? Make peace with the things that you've done when the end has nothing to do with the means and the way that the battle's won. Because you try to dog me down and I'm running all around. Yeah, you try to talk some sense to me, but there I am in pieces on the ground. So I wonder, so I last ever wonder who to trust. 'Cause there's no straight line from blindness to sight, no clear path from dust to dust. Can you make ends meet when they're tattered and frayed? Make peace with the things that you've done when the end has nothing to do with the means and the way that the battle's won. Because you try to dog me down and I am running all around. Yeah, you try to talk some sense to me, but there I am You try to talk some sense to me, but there I am in pieces on the ground. I am digging deep, digging wide. I can see true when I see your eyes. No better, I'll never ever be without a love by my side.
Gorgeous.
Curtis.
Gorgeous.
It's so nice to have company. I don't know if you feel this way too, but it's been a really long haul, and it's very lonely, and making music with other people is kind of what we live for, and it's
Yes,
it's
and also
this-
making music for other people.
Yeah.
You know, so for, in this instance, it's hard for us to play a duet because of the lag, but to get to play a song for you, and then to have you play a song for me, and it feels, you know, almost normal.
Oh my God.
We're semi normal. That was gorgeous. That's beautiful. I love, again, just with your tuning. I mean, it's just like, how's she
Yeah.
doing? What's she making in there? As Tom
It
Waits
grew out
said.
of like just wanting more dissonance per square inch than anyone has a right to have. So like pretty much a flat 5 or a
Yes.
sharp 9, whatever, whenever I could.
You damn hippies and your dissonance.
So Curtis, I've been doing this thing called Word of the Day, and because I'm on this mailing list for for Word of the Day. So this week's word,
Yeah.
mansuetude.
Oof.
Any idea?
Mansuetude.
Mansuetude.
I've got no idea. I mean, I know what mansplaining is. I'm really good.
Well, I was
unfortunately,
thinking
at
that it would be something like that, but no.
No.
Mansuetude means meekness,
Oh,
gentleness.
nice.
Yeah. And
Nice.
here's how to use it in a sentence. Grant handled the difficult situation with the utmost mansuetude.
Mansuetude. Good old Grant. He's always so mansuetudinous.
And also in your house, here's another way to use it. It's important to approach the shelter animals with mansuetude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I don't know if your animals are.
They run this show. I'm if I'm not meek, they take over. But yeah, my wife would say she runs a homeless shelter, and she is the best at mansuetude. Certainly in this. Is that? Am I still saying it? Am I saying it wrong, or did I change it
No,
already?
I think that's great.
Okay,
Meekness and
good.
gentleness.
Meekness and gentleness. Yes.
So yeah, so
that's-
now you're in Word of the Day.
Mansuetude.
That's what you are.
That's what you are. That's silly.
On mansuetude. Would you like to sing another song?
Sure. Why not? I mean, you know,
What's that thing you're playing? It looks really heavy.
isn't it beautiful? It is a little heavier than a wooden guitar. It's a resonator guitar. Some would say, oh, it's a dobro, but it's not a dobro. You play like this, and it has a higher action, and you play it with a slide. But this is just a resonator guitar. It was made by this company called Republic down in Austin, Texas, and I bought it from a jewelry maker in Boise, Idaho. Try to follow that.
Did you
logic.
get a bracelet thrown in?
I strangely I did, but it's on my wife's wrist. So actually, she wears
As it
necklaces.
should be. That's so mansuetudinal of
It's
you.
I'm very tudinal.
ahead.
I'm going to play this song on a song that I co-wrote with 3 other people. This is a song I wrote with Bob Thiel Jr. and Dave Kushner and Kurt Sutter. And Kurt Sutter is the creator of the television show Sons of Anarchy. Bob Thiel Jr. is an old friend of mine. We've written a lot of songs together, and he called me about more than a decade ago, and said, "Hey, I need you to write the lyrics to this song that I've started with my friend Dave Kushner. It's the theme song to a TV show called Sons of Anarchy." And I said, "What's it about?" And he said, "Bloodthirsty gun-running bikers." And I said, "Yeah, those are my people. Anyway, so I wrote most of this lyric, and then Kurt Sutter, the creator of the show, changed some lyrics. And what are you going to say when Kurt Sutter does that? You just say yes, sir, and then you sing it. I was, along with those three guys, I was nominated for an Emmy Award, but we lost it to some hack, some unknown named John Williams. I don't know what that's about. Right into this world, all alone. God takes your soul, you're on your own. The crow flies straight, a perfect line, on the devil's back till you die. Life is short, baby, that's a fact. You gotta live it right, 'cause you ain't coming back. Gotta raise some hell before you put them down. You gotta live this life. Gotta look this world in the eye. You gotta live this life until you die. Yeah, you gotta have soul, nothing less. 'Cause when it's business time, it's life or death. The king is dead, but life goes on. Don't lose your head when the deal goes down. Gotta keep your eyes on the road ahead. Gotta live this life. You gotta look this world in the eye. You gotta live this life until you die.
Yeah. Nice gig. I mean, I can't believe John Williams stole that frickin' Emmy from you. That's
Believe
just,
that?
that's,
What kind of? I mean, like he hasn't
Vogue.
gotten enough stuff.
I know, like, there, leave
Oh,
some
that's funny.
crumbs for the rest of the kids, right?
One of the high points of my career was when a very small portion of that showed up on Portlandia. They did a spoof of songs like that, sort of, a TV themes that kind of have an Americana slash bluesy, rootsy thing. And they do this kind of commercial for a K-Tel kind of a record, of just those songs. And that song was on it. And I mean, I love Portlandia. I love those two people so much. And so to have had that on there, the Emmy, whatever. We got nominated for an Emmy. That's fine. But I was on Portlandia for about 15 seconds.
That's
Anyway.
just way cooler. That's awesome. So Curtis and I decided, because because we are lonely in our kitchens and whatever, that we would try to create a together song for you all. So actually, Curtis did all the video editing for this next song, but it is apropos of this moment in our history So I don't want to belabor the point, but this is a song.
I love this. I love this arrangement. This is a
thank
Jonatha
you.
Brooke arrangement. It is just amazing. Your record of this song makes me cry. And my wife wants to talk to you about using it for this video and that video to raise money for homeless people. So it's
Wow.
just so gorgeous. So the chance to get to sing harmonies on this and then to like chop it up and make it into one of my silly little movies was a lot of fun. So enjoy.
Let's roll it. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island. From the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. You and me. You and me. You and me. You and me.
I roamed and rambled, followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond desert. And all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me.
Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking that freedom highway. Nobody living can make me turn back. This land was made for you and me.
This land is your land. This land is my land. From California
There is freedom within, there is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. There's a battle ahead, many battles are lost, but you'll never see the run of the road while you're traveling with me. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they try to build a world between us. We know that they won't win. Now I'm towing my car, there's a hole in the roof. My possessions are causing me suspicion, but there's no proof. In the paper today, tales of war and of waste, but you turn right over to the TV page. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they try to build a world between us. You know that they won't win. You know that they won't win. You know that they won't win. Now I'm walking again to the beat of a drum, and I'm counting the steps to the door of your heart. Only shadows ahead, barely clearing the roof. Got to know the feeling of liberation and release. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they try to build a world between us. You know that they won't win. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, when the world comes in, they try to build a wall between us. You know that they won't win. Don't you let them win. You know that they won't win. No, don't let them win. Hey now, you know that they won't win. Thanks, Nancy, for that idea. Let's bring Curtis back.
That is that is gorgeous. You caught me off guard.
I caught myself off guard. I'm not good at covers. I'm learning to be.
No, that was terrible. That was terrible. That was really awful. You're right. No,
I always wondered how because Neil Finn sang on one of my records, but I always wondered how.
Wow.
You know,
nice name drop, by the way. That was
sorry about that. The writing thing about like shoving all the syllables into those last lines of those verses. You know.
Yeah.
Get to know the feeling of liberation and release. And when I would hear it go by, I would think, wow, that was a really interesting choice to just shove all those syllables in there.
Yeah, with just throw in some triplets and some different rhythmic feels that make his poetry work. I mean,
yeah.
What a writer. I'm so crazy about him. I once sat on an airplane with their manager flying from Melbourne from Sydney to Melbourne, and I just begged him to just see if I could at least get an audition and be, at that point, it would have been the 5th member of Crowded House. But my pleas they fell on deaf ears. I never was.
I can't believe that. He's such a nice guy.
I was never a member. I was never a member of Crowded House, but I would if asked. Anyway. That was gorgeous. I love that song, and that was I would argue that you are in fact a fine coverer of songs, as was proven by the Woody Guthrie song that we made the video for, and then that was beautiful. My wife was worried that when the picture of Woody Guthrie came up, that people would be like, "Who is that?" And I said, "Oh no, we're gonna talk about Woody Guthrie before we play it, and everything will be fine." And we didn't. So I'm sorry. I want to apologize to my wife.
That's my fault. I just figured, if the kids want to Google him, they can do.
Go to the Googles.
They'll find out plenty.
Yeah.
What I wanted to ask you something, Curtis, about just career and longevity, and speak to reinvention and making up new shit and touring and cutting your hair, and speak to that sort of. I mean, I think that anyone who's been around and sustained a career has a lot to say about how that happens, and you have such grace in all of your incarnations and the things that you do, and I'm a super fan because I've seen you, with your jazz shebangi, and I've seen the videos of you from the olden days, but just talk about all that.
Okay, how long do you have? Look,
well, you only have a couple minutes because you have to sing.
I have been very lucky. I early on, right off the bat, my first single was a top 10 hit around the world. You can't replace that with anything as far as just having a career. I mean, to be honest, I wonder why is the reason that I'm able to do what I do. At a certain point, I decided, I was going to be an artiste and I was going to stop chasing hit songs. And that was sort of at the end of the 90s as the new century came along. I thought, this isn't really that much fun anymore. It's heartbreaking because I make a record that I work on for a year or 2 years, and I love it, and it's me on a disc, and then I put it out, and if it's not on the radio in 2 weeks, it's a failure. And that was, that's the record business, or at least it certainly was back then.
Yeah.
And I just thought, yeah, that's it, I'm done. And I grew up playing jazz. I studied jazz in college. I had a full ride scholarship to college, which I screwed up. We'll talk about that some other interview. But I studied jazz, and that was my thing. And I continued to play my jazz stuff while I sort of had that sort of hit record pop sensation period. I would do little tours in Denmark with the Doki Brothers, and I continued to play jazz. When 2000 rolled around, I just decided, all right, look, I'm going to step away from this trying to keep up with the kids and the hits, and I'm going to start making jazz records like I always dreamed that I would. And that turned out to be, I mean, by far I'm more prolific as a jazz artist. I've got I don't know 10 records as a jazz artist, and only 3 as a pop artist. But my jazz records have pop stuff. I mean, my jazz records feature
Tell
songs
them about
like,
the one with the Danish orchestra, because that's just one
yeah.
of,
I mean,
that's
I've
just
been all
top
over
10.
the place. I mean,
Yeah.
I think for me, just to answer your question, the longevity has to do with just keeping myself happy.
Yeah.
I decided to stop worrying about what guys in suits wanted me to do, and I just have made music that I love. I produce my records, I write the songs. If I don't write them, I find them. I'm the curator and the producer, and I'm the boss of me, and that's what And case in point, here I am making all these quintet records and covering songs by Elvis Costello and Merle Haggard as jazz tunes, and then I decided that I, along with my fabulous manager, decided that this live recording with the Danish radio big band singing Frank Sinatra stuff would make a cool record, and it ended up really being fun. And I every January, save this one because of COVID, every January I go to Denmark and I do a tour with the amazing Danish radio big band, just the most amazing big band you've ever heard. And we do a bunch of Sinatra stuff, and then we do some of my stuff as big band stuff, and it's a riot. But it was definitely a turn. It was a left turn or a right turn or whatever, but it was something that it felt good at the time, and I wouldn't do it today. I'd make another right turn or a left turn, and that keeps me interested, and somehow I've been able to continue to pay my mortgage and have a pretty kitchen and put my daughter through college, and that's enough. Kitchen and college.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think there's a sort of recalibration that happens every time you come up with a new idea or a left or a right turn, and it's keeping yourself happy. Like, what's going to be enough for me? Like, do I need to be Lady Gaga? Not so much.
I wouldn't mind being Lady Gaga. I mean, just for the clothes. I mean, she's got a lot of style.
I want to wear that meat dress.
The meat dress, exactly. No.
Sing us a song, Curtis.
All right. Let's see. You just sang a kind of a happy one. So, all right, I'm going to sing. Speaking of my wife, we were speaking of her earlier. My wife, Jody, runs a homeless shelter called Interfaith Sanctuary Homeless Shelter, and we have been raising funds for that homeless shelter since long before we were a couple. We were friends, and we started. We just did our 15th annual Extreme Holiday Extravaganza to support the shelter, and we've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for the shelter. This song I wrote specifically for the shelter, for her. She needed a song for a campaign to raise funds, and I reached out to my friend, our mutual friend, Jonatha, David Poe, and David Poe and I wrote this song for the shelter. It's called "You Are Welcome Here." And I think it's a nice song for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I think it makes a lot of sense. Here's to service. You are not so... Oh, here we go. You are not so different. We've all got hopes and dreams. We've got more in common than it seems. There but for the grace go I. They say it 'cause it's true. But when the night is full of fear, the light is on for you. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. No matter where you're from, no matter how you pray, you are welcome here. You are welcome here. Everyone is someone. Every day's a new day. Yeah, a new day. Who do you call family? Where do you call home? When you cannot make it on your own. Till the morning's near again, until the storm is through, until the skies are clear again, the light is on for you, and you are welcome here. You are welcome here. No matter who you love, no matter what they say, you are welcome here. You are welcome here. Everyone is someone. Every day's a new day. Yeah. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. No matter how you look, no matter who you love, no matter how you pray, you are welcome here. Everyone is someone. Every day's a new day. Yeah, a new day.
Bingo. Shabangy. Yeah,
David Poe.
David Poe. He doesn't suck either.
No, he doesn't. He sucks less than I do, certainly. Ooh, I think you have a song coming, don't you?
I do. I'm feeling it.
Go on.
This is actually a Woody Guthrie lyric. This is from my record called The Works.
Oh, love that
This is
record.
another lyric that I found in the archives, and I kind of cut and pasted a bit from here and a bit from there, and it turned into this song called My Battle.
Beautiful. Get it.
Go get it. Show me how to fight my battle in life. Show me how to fight, and I will run away with you. Teach me how to fight my hard times in life. Teach me how to fight, and I will run away with you. I will never dread the day I will die, 'cause my sunset is somebody's morning sky. Show me how to face my troublesome fights. Show me how to face them, and I will run away with you. Teach me how to win my union in life. Teach me how to win, and I will run away with you. I will never dread the day I will die, 'cause my sunset is somebody's morning sky. Show me how to win for all of my people. Show me how to win, and I will run away with you. Teach me how to love this battle of life. Teach me how to love it, and I will run away with you. How to love, how to love, how to love, how to love. 'Cause I never dread the day I will die. 'Cause my sunset, somebody's morning sky. Teach me how, show me how, show me how to win, how to love, and how to fight. Show me how, teach me how, show me how to fight, how to win, and how to love.
Oh, God. That's gorgeous. Someone else's... Wait, what's
I
that
know.
line?
I never dread the day I will
Yeah.
die, 'cause my sunset is somebody's morning sky.
Oh,
And that
That
was
would-
just buried in a journal from like 1946. I had the other stuff. I had the sort of show me how, my battle, fight, win, love, but
Yeah.
that little thing was from like 15 years prior to the other piece of the puzzle, and it just like
Woody, you romantic
I
son of a
know.
bitch, you.
What a gorgeous writer, gorgeous.
That's great. I love that. I love that you got to do that. I love that you got to dig through the troves and find those gems like that, and then get to like put them together like little modules. Like, oh, I'm going to put this here. This is how Woody would have liked it.
It really did feel like, I know he wasn't really there, but it did feel like he was sitting on my shoulder, sort of egging me on the whole time. It was the most painless. I don't know if writing is painful for you, but sometimes it's very painful for me. And that was the most joyous, painless, creative process that I think I've ever been lucky enough to do.
That's great. Beautiful. That was lovely. Thank you.
Thank
for
you,
that.
Curtis.
Go on now.
So what do you got?
What have I got?
Yeah.
Well, we mentioned my latest album earlier. Someone was kind enough to say something about
Yes.
that. The album
Gentleman.
is Gentleman, and this is the first song on that. It's a song by someone I've known for a while and been a fan of for much longer. A British singer-songwriter that I'm sure everyone knows called Nick Lowe. And this song has somehow, I mean, somehow this song turned out to be so exactly like this year. You'll see what I mean. It's like any of you who are still in your sweatpants today will know exactly what I mean. It's called Lately I've Let Things Slide. With a growing sense of dread and a hammer in my head, fully clothed upon the bed, I wake up to the world that lately I've been living in. There's a cut upon my brow, must have banged myself somehow, but I can't remember now. The front door's open wide, lately I've let things slide. I go to the bin, I throw the laundry in, and pick out the cleanest shirt. Then I tell myself again, I don't really hurt. For smoking I once quit, now I've got one lit, I just fell back into it. Along with my pride, lately I've let things slide. I go to the bin, I throw the laundry in, and dig out the cleanest shirt. When all at once I'm seized again by exquisite hurt. Oh, that untouched takeaway I brought home the other day has quite a lot to say. The evidence is clear on every side, piled high and wide, about how lately I let things slide. I'm just about holding on, but lately I've let things slide.
Yeah,
I love that song.
that's wicked cool. And isn't that other song that you had a rather large success with, a Nick Lowe song?
Yes,
Oh, no, or is it? Yeah,
I
it
was
is.
lucky enough. I was lucky enough to record a song for the Bodyguard soundtrack, the Whitney Houston, Kevin Costner movie, the soundtrack that ended up selling 45 million copies. And I recorded What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding, which Nick Lowe wrote. And I don't know, maybe 6 months after the movie, or after the soundtrack came out, maybe even fewer months than that, I got a phone call. And on the other end was Nick Lowe. And he said, "Curtis, I just wanted to call you and say, thank you so much."
That's
and he
when
promised,
money was money.
Oh my God, yeah, he did really well. I mean, I made the mistake of being on the same label that released that album, and therefore they used a lot of the money that I made from that to pay for the next record that they kept making me record over and over again. But let's not get into the dark stuff.
No.
I mean, I like to say on stage, I like to say that my ex-wife has a nice house because of that song. So God bless them. I mean, all
Yeah, and
Whitney
your
my
daughter,
ex-wife.
college.
Yes.
College
Exactly.
friends and that kind of stuff.
It all worked worked out well. But yeah, Nick Lowe is a hero of mine and has become a very nice friend. He actually contributed a video of himself singing "What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding" for our online fundraiser this year at the holidays. So he gave me this guitar. I should drop that name and say that he gave me this beautiful Gibson J45 many years ago.
Yeah. That's a nice one.
I love this guitar so much. You can't see all the cracks in the finish because it flew from London and then got to Idaho, the driest place on earth, and proceeded to go. But it actually sounds better. It sort of opened up.
Cracked and worn.
Cracked. What do you got, Miss?
What do I
Miss
got?
Thang?
I got another one. I was also going to share another word of the day just because to keep things light.
Nice.
And it turns out that it may or may not relate to this song. The next word of the day is holus bolus.
That's not a word.
It's an adverb. Origin unknown, mid-19th century. Holus bolus. Give it your best.
Can I guess? Is it sort of like hubbub, or it's like enough of this holus bolus? Is that close-ish?
Yeah. Here's
it really?
the usage. Yep. There are two things. Quote. Everything was happening holus bolus, and I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, it's like ass over tea kettle, or there's something else that it sounded like, and that's why I thought, I bet that's something.
After
like
a lull in my business, holus bolus, I have all sorts of great opportunities.
Holus bolus. I'm gonna
Holus
start
bolus.
using that. Are we sure it's holus bolus and not Is that how it's pronounced?
No, I didn't actually push the thing of like where they tell it. That's
Curious.
the only reason I knew how mansuetude was pronounced, because I was gonna say mansuetude.
And no one would have known. No one would have been the wiser.
Known. I mean, look, people call
Holus
me all
bolus.
sorts of crazy.
This podcast is going holus bolus all of a sudden. We're gonna have to get back to a song. What is this? Did you write this one?
I wrote this one. This one is from my mom's show. My mother has four noses show. It's called What Do I Know, which relates to holus bolus. I think that's it in a very, very strained way. I'm going to relate it to holus bolus because.
All right, good.
Thank you. It's that. Any song you sing you can relate it to this current like crazy sleepless insanity of, oh my God, will we have a country in 3 days? Will the democracy hold? Will the center hold? And so this was originally about that chaos around like, oh my God, what do I do? My mother needs me. This is going to be a full-time job, but she's my mother. But it seems to work for anything now. Right foot red and left hand blue, tangled up when you get through. I don't know what the hell to do. 'Cause you tie me up and you tie me down. There's no way out of this dark town, and you're all painted like a clown in a permanent frown. And there's this cold breath on my collar. There's the dime and there's $1. But I'll make the call, take the fall. I'll climb the castle wall. I'm my mother's only daughter. What do I know? Tell me, what do I know? I'm listening now. You ask me what's the real return as parades pass by and bridges burn, and I say, well, nothing ventured, then nothing's earned. It's what I learned, 'cause every complicated step she'd be watching from stage left, and when I'd fall, she'd talk me through the rest. 'Cause what did I know? Tell me, what did I know? I'm listening now. party's never over here. There's music blasting in our ears. Nothing's ever really clear, but the ones we hold dear. And so it goes until the end. We will break and break if we don't bend. And there's one more cloud that someone sends, and it starts again. 'Cause what do I know? Tell me, what do I know? I am listening now, and what do I know? Tell me, what do I know? I'm listening now.
That's beautiful. Whew. What do I know?
What do any of us know? We can just I'm wearing all the lucky bracelets. Oh, every day I'm wearing all the lucky bracelets, man.
We need whatever help we can get. That's gorgeous. Good job.
Curtis, I just can't thank you enough for being here today. It's so nice to have company, and such brilliant company, and thank you for making that beautiful video for us.
Oh,
and,
yeah. That was fun.
And thank you for sharing about your wife and your cause and your career. And you have a new record coming out in the fall, I believe, which is all of your greatest hits. And I've heard it. It is unbelievable. It's so stunning.
Oh,
so,
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's
talk about that and then sing us out.
Well, I've been playing these songs from my previous records live throughout this whole jazz period of my career, and we do them differently. You know, they don't sound like those original records. They sound like something else. And so I decided on the 30th anniversary of my first album, 30 friggin' years, which will be next September, I would release an album of songs the way I do them now, including I Wonder Why and You're All That Matters to Me and Miracle from my first record, and some songs from my jazz records as well that we do differently. So what I guess I should do. Well, here, let me do this one. This is I'll take it out kind of. Yeah, we'll go out to romantic, and anyway, thank you very much for this, Jonatha. I've had such a lovely time, and it's so nice to play for human beings, or a human being every now and then. This is lovely. This is another song that I wrote with Glenn Ballard, and it was a warm, balmy evening in Southern California, but somehow I was thinking about snow. When the snows come and the wind blows cold, will you hold me like you'll never let go? Will you kiss me so sweetly? Promise you'd love me so. 'Cause I have wandered through the mountains, I have searched the streets below, but all I ever really wanted was someone to need me, to keep me from the cold. And when the night falls and you're fast asleep, I'll watch over you, and I pray your heart to keep, so you can sleep easy. You know you can count on me, 'cause I have wandered through the mountains, I have searched the streets below, but all I ever really wanted is someone to from the cold. Baby, keep me from the cold. Darling, when you're sleeping, am I with you in your dreams? Do I hold you close and dance you through the night? And when the nightmares come, will you let me be the one who kisses you and tells you it's alright? And in the morning, as the light creeps in, I will hold you as you're slowly waking. And I kiss you so softly and promise I'll never go. I never go. 'Cause I have wandered through the mountains, I have searched the streets below, but all I ever really wanted, someone to need me and to keep me from the cold. 'Cause I have wandered through the mountains, I have searched the streets below, but all I ever really wanted, someone to love me. I want you to love me and keep me from the cold. Baby, keep me from the cold. Oh, keep me from the cold. You're all I ever wanted. Keep me from the cold.
Awesome. Thank you, Curtis.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you all for being here today. Remember to hang tightly onto your mansuetude and don't let the holus bolus get you down. Try to be of service today and every day. Wear your masks, practice kindness, practice love, practice patience, and I love you all. I'm so grateful for these Mondays, and thank you. Let's bow.
Oh, my back.